The Wingover Roll is an acrobatic maneuver that begins with a smooth climbing turn, followed by a rapid roll to the inverted position, and a slower, regulated roll until you recover in level flight on your original heading. Practicing this maneuver to the left and the right will help you develop coordination, orientation, and a sense of feel for your aircraft in various changes of airspeed and attitudes, including inverted flight. The purpose of this film is to help you visualize what the Wingover Roll is and how it is done. Fundamentally, it is composed of three phases. The first half is done exactly like the first part of a wingover, which you have already flown. The next phase is a roll that starts at a rapid rate. Finally, you regulate the roll so that you recover in level flight on your original heading, airspeed, and altitude. Let's examine the three parts of this maneuver. You fly a wingover to here. At this point, you are approaching a 90-degree heading, and your nose is approximately 15 degrees above the horizon. Your angle of bank is greater than 60, but less than 90 degrees. You then start a roll at a rapid rate. At the 90-degree point, you are completely inverted, and your wings are level. At this point, you begin to regulate your roll, so that after a moderate dive, you recover in level flight on your original heading and at the same airspeed and altitude. Now let's watch the maneuver in slow motion. As you can see, the start of this maneuver is the smoothly coordinated climbing turn of the wingover up to the roll point. You will notice that the roll from its beginning to the 90-degree point is more rapid than it is from the 90-degree point to the completion of the maneuver. Before beginning a wingover roll, select intersecting roads or section lines for reference. Here is the ground track pattern you will make when flying a wingover roll to the left. Go through your acrobatic checkoff list, then make a 180-degree or two 90-degree clearing turns, rolling out parallel to one of your intersecting reference lines. Pick a point on the horizon to use as a checkpoint at the 90-degree position. Then begin a climbing turn as you would in a wingover. At about 80 to 85 degrees from your original heading, your nose should be approximately 15 degrees above the horizon. Your angle of bank is greater than 60, but less than 90 degrees. A glance over your left side will show your reference line and verify your heading. At this point, you start a roll at a rapid rate, continuing to the 90-degree heading, at which point your nose is on the horizon exactly at the checkpoint. Your reference line is directly beneath you, and you are completely inverted with your wings level. Continue your roll, but at a more gradual rate, so that you recover on your original heading and at the same airspeed and altitude as at the beginning of the maneuver. Let's look at it from your point of view. Now let's go through the roll again, stressing the checkpoints. You have completed your acrobatic checkoff list and trimmed for level flight, 130 knots, 1950 RPM. Now select your reference line. Make a 90-degree clearing turn toward your reference line. Then make a second 90-degree clearing turn and roll out paralleling your reference line. Now pick out some object on the horizon, in this case to your left, since you are flying a left wing over roll, to be your checkpoint for the 90-degree position. Then begin a smooth climbing turn exactly like a wingover. After passing the high point and as the nose drops toward the horizon, look to the left. When you are approximately 80 to 85 degrees from your original heading, your nose should be about 15 degrees above the horizon. Your angle of bank should be more than 60 and less than 90 degrees, and the line leading to your reference point is visible. At this point, you begin a rapid roll by bringing your stick full over. Now look back over your nose. Notice that the nose will come down through your 90-degree checkpoint as you approach the inverted position. At the 90-degree heading, you are completely inverted in a wing level attitude. From this position, you regulate your roll, continuing it more slowly so that you will finish the maneuver on your original heading, airspeed, and altitude, lined up parallel to your first reference line. Let's review the maneuver. First, select a reference line. Think of the ground track pattern a left wing over roll makes. Go through your acrobatic checkoff list and make clearing turns, rolling out parallel to your reference line. Select a point on the horizon as a checkpoint for your 90-degree position. Make a climbing turn to a point 80 to 85 degrees from your original heading. Roll rapidly to a 90-degree heading where you are in level inverted flight. Then, at a more gradual rate of roll, recover so that you are in level flight on your original heading, airspeed, and altitude. Let's watch another wingover roll in slow motion. Remember that it's the same as a wingover to here. Then a rapid roll to here. And a more gradual roll in a moderate dive to the completion of the maneuver. When you have learned to coordinate your controls throughout the entire maneuver, your wingover rolls will be as smoothly executed as this one.